Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching today. So this video kickstarts my Christmas series 2021. So from now until possibly a few days before Christmas, it will be non-stop Christmas project. So there will be cards, 3D projects, gift bags, gift boxes, and maybe some home decor as well. Lots to share with you. I've got tons of ideas. I've already filmed some of them. I've just got to edit them. But this one I thought I would start with, as I'd recently just shared this during a Facebook Live. So the first project I'm going to be sharing for this series is this endless card here. So I've got a big sleeve around mine. Now I actually saw this on YouTube and it was under the name Craft Set Go. So I will link that in the description box below. Very easy to make. That wasn't a card. It was just showing you a fun card, a fun paper fold. And then I thought that would look really good as a card. So you just slide it out of this sleeve and then you have the front here, and I've stamped open me, and then it's one of those kind of magic cards. Now unfortunately I made mine during a live and I've got each one upside down, so you have to turn it. Yours will be the right way up because I'm going to show you how to do that, and then each time you won't have to turn it, but there'll be a different scene. Now you could have a full image on each of these, so you would cut an image into 4 quarters and then you'd stick them down, so when they turn each side it will then form the whole image. You could cover all of these panels with photos. You could have one big photo, again cut into 4s, and then when they turn it over each time it will then, you know, reveal a different image. Very easy to do, and it's a great one for using scraps as well for all of these smaller sections. So let's get started. So as I mentioned, I did do this first one in a Facebook Live, and the papers that I've used are all scraps actually, which is why I said it was a good one for scraps. But it's from these 2 pads here, all of the bits that I'm using to decorate. So it was a Very Merry Simple Stories set, 12 by 12 papers. And then this one is a Laurie Whitlock. It's the Perfect Christmas, and that's an Echo Park. So I will link if I can find any. I think during the live some people did say that there was some on possibly eBay, it might have been. But you'll see in here I've just got lots of scrap pieces there. So I've already gone ahead and cut down what I need. Now this was the first one that I made. You'll see there, just so I could, you know, kind of understand the workings and everything. But you cut away a middle part and you can create a smaller one. So again, if you just want to make some fun little, you could put these inside crackers or something, I don't know. But they're really fun. Obviously the kids are going to love these. So yeah, we'll talk about that when I cut the excess away in a moment. And we'll go through all of the supplies. So you want, because it's a 6 by 6 folded size, you'll need a piece of 12 by 12. And very simple scoring. You're going to score at 3, 6 and 9. And then you just want to rotate and score again at 3, 6 and 9. And that will give you 16 3 by 3 squares over this whole sheet. Next we want to fold and burnish all of those score lines. Okay, and then if you fold it right in half, we're now going to remove the middle 2 squares. So you want to cut down the score line here, and you want to remove the score line. So I'm cutting to the left hand side on this side. And then down this one here, I'm going to cut to the right hand side. And by removing the score line, it means that you'll be able to fold it and it won't catch. So I'm going to cut all the way up there and then just fold that on both sides. I've cut, that's also on the folded side. This is the open end, so just make sure you're cutting in from the folded side. And now you can just go in here and remove all of this. Again, cut to the left hand side, so you're removing all of the score line. If you, I'm using a 220 GSM cardstock. If you're using something heavier, you might find cutting this 2 layers together, you know, a little bit harder, and you might find the card shifting. So it might be best opening it up and using a cutting knife and a ruler and just removing the inside square there. So you're removing the 4 squares. So this is that piece now that I used to make this. You just want to divide these again, so you've got 4 smaller squares. So you would score at 1.5. You've already got the 3, and then 4.5. And again, do that on that side, and that will give you a smaller size. So then just check that you've removed all the score line from inside here. Now you can see that I've got a little bit overhanging, so I'm just going to go in here and just tidy that up, because otherwise that will cause a problem when we go to fold. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over, and now you want to add glue to the top right hand square, and then we'll be adding glue to the bottom left hand square. So I'm going to use my quick grab glue for this. Now you want to make sure that you get the glue right up to the edges. Okay, so maybe spread it out with your finger if you need to, but do get it right to the edge. Do one at a time. So I'm going to now fold that one over, like so. And then we'll go down to the bottom left again. Make sure that glue goes right up to the edge. And now you want to fold that one up. Now you can already see it's going to fold nicely through the middle here because they're not quite touching. You can possibly see, I'm just looking at the monitor there, there's ever such a slight gap, probably about 1 millimetre. You don't want that overlapping. That overlaps and it's just not going to fold. So you want to have a tiny, tiny little gap like that. So just make sure they're both secure. Now next, these are going to fold in this way. So just kind of get them working that way, you know, fold it that way as well, because this is going to fold in all directions. So just kind of get it working. Okay, so there's the top one that's stuck down. There's that one. So you should have these open. The top left and the bottom right should be open. It's on that top left that you're now going to add glue. Yeah, in the same way, just cover that whole square and then fold that one over. And then this bottom left, again, just cover that all in glue and then fold that one over. And again, there's that little gap. Make sure nothing's overlapping and just give that good burnish to make sure it's all secure. So once you're happy that it's all stuck, you can start to fold. So you want to go in half this way, so it's a mountain, and you'll see they start to just fold away. And then fold it this way, and you'll already see they come away, and then again that way, and then back to the beginning again. Now to make sure that you know where the beginning is, what I would do is pop just one here, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then we're back to the beginning again. So this is the front of my card. So I've now got these pieces here. So you want 16 pieces. Now I've got one that says open me, so this is going to go on the front. I've done all of these with gold matte layers, whereas on the other one I've done pattern paper and gold, but this one I've done it all in gold. Now I've got this one here, which is my one to write my message on, so I want that to go on the back. So I just want to start kind of laying everything down. So I might have ho 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 and have Father Christmas, maybe have that for the front. And these are all from one of those pads with these little squares. So these pieces here are, because I didn't give the measurements, so you want 16 of 2 3/4 squared and then 16 of 2 1/2 squared. And they will go on each of the sides. So I'm going to stick these 4 down first, then I'm going to flip it over, stick another 4 down, flip it over, stick another 4, and then the last lot is going to have this one and then 3 other designs. So that's my panels all stuck down. So that's the front, and then this one here, when you stop believing in Santa you get socks. I like that one. This one, and then this one. I was thinking about a stand for this one. I spoke about it during the Facebook Live, but I'm not going to do one. There are dies for stands. I'm sure you'll find a tutorial on YouTube to make a stand if you want it to, but it is more of a toy. So, you know, if you're doing this for maybe someone younger, they're going to just play with it and then, you know, just pop it down, or they could rest it against something, I guess. But like I said, it's more of a toy card, so I'm not going to do a stand. But it moves really nicely. It shouldn't catch on anything. And if you've removed the score lines and when you folded it, make sure there's that little gap, then you won't have anything sticking or catching as you move it. So now I want to make the wrap for it. You don't have to have the wrap. If you want to just pop that in a normal 6x6 envelope, you can. But if you want to make the wrap like I have, then you're going to need 2 pieces of, let me grab my scoreboard here. So you want 2 pieces of cardstock. One is 7 1/4 by 6, and the other one is 6 1/4 by 6. The 7 1/4 one, along that long side, you want to score at 1/2 inch and 6 3/4. Okay, next you want to fold and burnish those 2 score lines, and then we're going to add a little glue onto each of these tabs. So I've given you a 1/4 inch extra, which will allow this to wrap around the dimension that's on that card. So obviously there's a lot of card folded on top of each other, plus you've got the mats and layers from those panels. So pop the glue there, and then just on one side attach it to the tab, make sure it's all nicely lined up, and then just fold that one under and just again make sure that all lays nicely over the top. Secure it all in place, and now you've got that large wrap. And now I can pop this inside. Like I said, it's just a little bit wider, so it will allow the bulk of the card there. Then I've got this piece here, make sure it's the right way, because it's not quite a square, it's more of a rectangle, a squared rectangle. So you want one piece, which is the gold mirrored card. This is 5 3/4 by 6, and then the pattern piece is 5 1/2 by 5 3/4. So just stick those on top of each other, and then I'm just going to attach that to the front. Okay, so now we can decorate. So you'll see on this one here, I've got like a little tag with to and from. Got a Santa gift tag, all these little parts here, and these are all from the sticker sheet that comes in the, you know, those kits. But what I like to do with my stickers, so this is how they look. You can see they just peel off the release paper there, but I stick them onto card and then cut around that. Now you could, if you don't want a fussy cut and you've got your cutting machines, you can just scan that through and it will cut it for you. But if I just show you in here, all these pieces, these were all stickers, but now you've made like your own little ephemera, little embellishments, and they're, you know, they're strong. So if you've got lots and lots of stickers and you never know what to do with them, this is a good thing to do. And I think I'm going to do a separate video about you know, getting the most out of your stickers. So I just want to take a few little elements here and just create a similar little scene. I've got some bells. I've added some bells onto the gift tag there. I've got this festive baker's twine. I've got the eyelets, so I can have another tag. I think I might use this one here that I've got. So I'm going to just set some hardware. It is there. So all those little details I love. And then these here, I get them every year. I think they're still available. They're by Simply Creative, and it's the mini gift bows. So I'm going to pop one of those on there as well. I've got my hot glue gun on. I always find things like this just a bit easier with hot glue or like your 3D gel. If you've just got normal glue, you can still do it, but it's just going to take a little bit longer to dry, and you might have to just hold it there for a little longer. But I'm going to pop it on high speed now with some festive music. If you don't like the music, just mute, and then I'll be back when it's all done. So that's the front of the card all finished. Now when I stick the little bells down, you might have seen me turning the card over. If you add some hot glue and then stick them that way, it means the little bell inside won't get stuck to the glue. A lot of times you can stick these onto your project straight away, you know, that way, facing this way, so the bell falls to the bottom and it gets stuck in your glue and it doesn't shake. Whereas if you just turn it upside down and attach it and just hold it there for a second, you'll still have a little bit of a rattle and that bell, not really a bell sound, but you know what I mean. And I've added the bow there as well, and then just some of the snowflakes because it matched the pattern paper. Another little sentiment, and then again I've got my space to write to and from on there. Again, just slide this one out. You could pop a gift card as well. You could maybe have another pocket. You could pop something on the back if you wanted to. And then again, just give you a flick through that one. And then back to the beginning again. I will be delivering this probably by hand. The wrap is the envelope for me, but if you want to, you know, post this, or you just want to protect it some more, then pop it in one of my box envelopes. And the 6x6, although this is 6 1/4 wide, the 6x6 boxes I've made 1/4 of an inch bigger. So they are 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So it should just slide in quite nicely. It might just slide down and slightly touch the sides, but it should fit. And it could go in slightly angled because it's 1 inch, I think, deep as well. I'm pretty confident they're going to be fine. So yeah, use that tutorial if you want to make a box envelope. And again, I'll bring that one up so you can see all the detail there as well. But yeah, really pleased with these ones. So I hope you've enjoyed the first tutorial for this year's series. Like I said, there are loads coming. I have so much to share this year. I'm really pleased with the ideas that I've got, and already the other ones that I've filmed. Like I said, I've just got to edit them, but you don't need to worry about that because you'll get the next one on Wednesday. So if you're new to the channel, maybe you just found me now. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because that way you will get to see all of the Christmas series. And I have playlists, loads of them, and I've got lots of Christmas ones. I think this is probably the 4th year now for the Christmas series. So if you want to look at some past years and get some inspiration and get stuck in with some of those tutorials, then go ahead. And I will also link some of them now, so you should see those popping up if you want to go and watch that next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.